You know what it is? Here's what it is, right? I'm not in a position to kiss ass anymore. I used to be like, oh yeah, sure, like I can do this. Oh, you're not gonna pay me? Okay, cool. That's fine. But now it's like I'm not even in a position to literally kiss anyone's ass anymore. It's not even like my choice. It's the fact that like everything around me is affecting me, and it's like I can't I can't do anything without getting paid. I can't I can't write this for you. I can't edit this for you. I can't shoot this for you. I can't take these pictures for you. Like I have to get paid, and I'm just not in a position to not get paid. I'm not in a position to not kiss ass and try to do it for promo or do it for to get in with the gang or wherever the fuck to be cool with y'all. Like I'm not in the position for that. I'm not in the position to kiss ass, and I'm noticing that people are treating me differently because of it. No, it is currently 10:14 a.m. in the morning. So I wanted to make this video. Well, I guess I should start with first of all, hello. I hope you guys are doing well. I've missed y'all, all 20 of y'all. Happy New Year. My last video was 9 months ago. Don't know how that happened. I wanted to point something out about my camera. So my old lens I broke, and this new lens is a bit wonky. It like you'll probably see it throughout the video, but it's not my favorite lens. I can tell you that right now. It does this autofocus thing, and the manual focus isn't really good either. It really makes me miss my old lens. I'll tell you that. I wanted to make this video because I always feel like I owe it to myself to make these videos. To kind of elaborate on that, when I made this channel, it's the same story with this past few videos I've been saying, but basically when I made this channel, I made it to. I don't even want to say it's like about documenting my growth specifically anymore. It's like it's like I have to get in the habit of making content that's not just music. Number two, I want to watch these videos like months from now, years from now, look at where I was and look at where I will be at, if that makes sense. That's mainly it. Like just forcing myself to make content and to be able to really see like where I was at previously, because right now I'm really at a low point. Trying my best to stay positive, stay optimistic, but being completely honest, this is a very low point in my life right now, and I I think I talked about before when I was previously at a lowest point, or maybe I haven't talked about that, but basically, so around summer 2022, right? For those of you that were here, I made a video about me quitting Amazon for my mental health, basically. And I took that video down because, if I'm just being completely honest, I cringe like looking at it. But there's a more. I'm sure I can come up with a more like fake reason, but that's the real reason. I just cringe when I look at it. But around that time, I remember being in a predicament where I was like, this is pretty low, and the where I'm at now feels even lower. So let me just do a full recap of from the last time I uploaded up to now, right? So last time I uploaded was around June. Let's see, June. Well, one, I was back at Amazon. If none of y'all didn't know, I ended up going back to Amazon. Um, I went back to Amazon like November of 2022, and I was at a different Amazon where I had to work overnight, and I went back to the one that I quit February 2023. And yeah, at that time, around June 2023, I was back at Amazon. My photography business, I kind of revamped, um, essentially like brought it back to life. I was doing photography more. I ended up meeting some people that I started working with pretty much. Um, I won't say much about that, but it was pretty much like basically June 2023 all the way to the end of 2023 was a pretty solid year. Like looking back at it, like everything was going pretty good. Then fast forward to January 2024, specifically January, I think the 14th or the 15th. Basically, I had got fired, right? And the reason they fired me was very like sucky. I didn't steal anything. I wasn't late too much. It was none of those traditional reasons to fire someone. Um, they fired me. One, I was sick, right? I was on a documented sick leave. I wasn't just sick and not showing up to work. Like they knew I was sick, and I came back to work, and they told me first I worked a couple hours, and then they called me to HR and told me my rate was low. Y'all know Amazon is really huge on rates and stuff. And this is actually my sixth write up. I'll probably, and I won't make another video. Basically, it's my sixth write up because the department I was in was like, I'll tell y'all why it was my sixth write up later, but it was my sixth write up, and after five write ups, they terminate you. So yeah, they fired me, but like I don't know, it was a very shitty way of doing it because I don't know. I'm gonna have to make another video about it, but it was a very shitty way of firing me because I wasn't here and y'all was saying my rate was low. I didn't like that. Had I was there and y'all said my rate was low, that would be different. But I wasn't there, and y'all took that and used it to get me out of there because another thing Amazon does is kind of like clean up house after peak season. So around January, they get super like uptight and like strict because they're really just trying to let people go. So like a lot of the corners that were cut later on in the year, like I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's all a part of their tactics. Like y'all not slick. Y'all trying to clean up house. Y'all trying to fire people. Then come April and May, y'all trying to hire people back. Like we know what y'all doing. But so I got fired, and 2 days after I got fired, my car was stolen. Um, what's crazy about that is that I had just paid my car off, and after it got stolen, my insurance company couldn't do anything about it because I didn't have liability. Um, so once it got stolen, like that was that. There wasn't anything I could do about it. So those two things really put me in a just really didn't put me in a good place because losing my job was one thing, but now as I don't even have transportation to get a new job or DoorDash or anything like that. Because when I was in a situation like this previously, when I had quit Amazon, I had my car, so I could DoorDash and Uber Eats, and when I did get a new job, I had transportation. I had before I went back to Amazon, I was working at a warehouse that was an hour away from my house. I couldn't do that if I didn't have a car. So like, even though I will never do that again, now that I don't have a car, it's like my options are very, very limited. It's been very difficult trying to find a new job, and just like it has been very difficult trying to essentially bounce back from that. Um eventually my run eventually my money had ran low, and I'm asking like everybody for money. Start off with family members. Now, the thing about me is that I hate asking for stuff, especially money. And I had to ask family members, and then it even got to a point where I had to ask um my Instagram followers for money. And that was like not humiliating, but it was just like I really just don't like asking for stuff. Like I just hate it. That's another video to talk about how that developed and everything, but I freaking hate it. So, but I'm grateful because um that vulnerability, being how do I say this, being that vulnerable, like people saw it. I don't mean like they just saw it like scrolling on Instagram, like they truly saw someone being vulnerable, and a lot of people helped me out. A lot of people sent me money. I think it was almost like $400, $500, and I am so grateful for that. So if any of you are watching this and you was one of those people, thank you so much, because that was super helpful, and I was able to get up. Sorry, and I was able to get a new job, and I think I had bought some groceries. It's just been very, very like financially difficult, yes, but like spiritually difficult as well, because I'm not screaming to the universe like, why me? Why is this happening to me? It's almost like, okay, this is happening, and I don't know why it's happening, but I have to deal with it, and I have to learn how to navigate through it, because I can't let it be my forever. I know that much. Spiritually, it has been challenging because I definitely had my days and my nights where, I mean, like, I've been at some pretty low points. Just being completely honest, I've probably contemplated the thought of suicide more times these past 3 months than I've ever had in my entire life. I just have my nights where I'm just thinking to myself, how do I come back from this? Do I come back from this? Like, is this it? Should I just call it quits right now? Like, it's a scary thing to think about and talk about. And most of the times when I have these thoughts, I'm just like, I don't realize it when I'm doing it, but I think how I deal with these thoughts is like, I'll go and watch YouTube or something, or yeah. I think how I deal with these thoughts is that I'll go and distract myself for a while and see how I feel later, honestly. And that's really honestly truly how I be dealing with these thoughts. Um I don't feel like this is an existential crisis. An existential crisis is, to me, is like when something is going on inside of you. Now, I've definitely had my existential crisis, or at least my first one, um, a few years ago, and that was a journey itself. I wish I like made more videos like talking about it, but that was truly like a journey. I should have did shadow work, but I really had to deep dive within myself to like figure some things out. But yeah, it doesn't feel like an existential crisis. It feels like a life reset because I'm kind of at a point where I feel like I'm at ground zero, right? No car, no job. My photography business, I kind of took a step back to, well, obviously I'm dealing with stuff right now, and I just took a step back to like kind of figure out how I'm going to come back and do things. A quick side note, another thing I did, I kind of launched this earlier this year, like right when everything happened. Um, I launched this company, not company. It's a company, but it's not a company. Like, but I launched this thing called One Big Happy, which is basically a production company primarily focusing on music videos as of now. And I shot this free music video and I kind of like realized that I might have been a bit too in over my head. So that's another thing I'm taking a step back from to kind of like, it literally feels like all this is in front of me. And have y'all ever been to the museum, right? Most of y'all live here in Atlanta with me. So let's say the High Museum. Let's say you're looking at a painting on the wall, right? And you take a step back and you see all these other paintings, right? And it feels like I'm taking a step back and I'm looking at all these paintings and I'm trying to figure out like how to approach them all pretty much because it's I have music, I have photography, I have videography, I have One Big Happy, and it's just a lot of other stuff as well. And now that I'm in the predicament that I'm in, it's like everything is on hold. Well, except music and except making these videos. I feel like these two things, making these videos and music, are like the only things I can do right now. Like when it comes to my creativity and everything. But everything else is like on hold. And that's because everything else like needs money to keep the train going basically. I realized that with my photography. Like cuz my prices they used to be like $70. And if I'm not finna have a car, if I'm to make a profit, my prices need to be higher. It's interesting. Now that things are kind of like slow, I'm kind of seeing how people like treat people when they're going through something. And it's just weird. It's just weird. That's the best way I can say it. I'm like, you know what it is? Here's what it is, right? I'm not in a position to kiss ass anymore. You know, I used to be like, oh yeah, sure, like I can do this. Oh, you're not going to pay me? Okay, cool. That's fine. But now it's like I'm not even in a position to literally kiss anyone's ass anymore. And it's not even like my choice. It's the fact that like everything around me is affecting me and it's like I can't I can't do anything without getting paid. I can't I can't write this for you. I can't edit this for you. I can't shoot this for you. I can't take these pictures for you. Like I have to get paid and I'm just not in a position to not get paid. I'm not in a position to not kiss ass and try to do it for promo or do it for to get in with the gang or whatever the fuck to be cool with y'all. Like, I'm not in the position for that. I'm not in the position to kiss ass, and I'm noticing that people are treating me differently because of it. This is another like misconception when it comes to like photographers and videographers. Like, whatever you paying for, if you think it's too expensive, trust me. Trust me. It costs that much for a reason. I remember my cousin wanted a photo shoot. At the time, I think my prices was 40 for a 1 hour photo shoot. And he was like, yeah, let me get that with the family discount. I'm like, nigga, this is the family discount. It's a $40 1 hour photo shoot. Nigga, that is the family discount. That is the friends discount. Like, that, it don't get more discount than that. I'm sorry. And now my shit is 150, and guess what? There's still no family friends discount. Nigga. It is 150 for you and me, god damn it. It is 150 because if this $60 lens breaks again, I now have the money to get a new lens, same day shipping, and make a profit. It is 150 because if I have to take a $20 Uber to where you live at and a $20 Uber back to where I live at, I can still go home and make a profit. It is 150 because I have to stay up and have to edit God knows how many pictures you want edited. I think for 150 gets you, nigga, 10, 12, 15. I don't even remember. But, like, it's 150 for a reason. So, there is no... And I'm not going to lie. There is a friends and family discount. I'm not going to lie. Let me take that back. But it's not disclosed. It's not disclosed. It's not disclosed. That's all I can say. So, that's what it is. I'm realizing that I'm not in a position to kiss anyone's ass anymore. So now people are like straying away and like don't want to work anymore. And that's okay because when I do bounce back, I'm knowing who I'm not working with. And I'm coming at everything different. Photography, one big happy, everything's finna be different. Everything. Because what the fuck? So now I kind of want to use this time to manifest positive energy and manifest me getting out what feels like a hole and coming back to it feels like I'm in a hole, right? But it also feels like there's this flower field up here, right? And I'm looking at blue skies and all I gotta do is climb out this hole, this dark and depressing hole, to get in this happy, lovely, beautiful flower field, and this amazing sunlight and stuff. Right? That's kind of what it feels like, and I'm manifesting me climbing out this hole. I am manifesting me getting a new job because I had a job. But, and please don't hate me for this, but I did quit it. I quit it because they had me working overnight for $12. And it was kind of micromanaging me. And I was like, y'all don't pay me enough to micromanage me. The hours, the pay sucked and the hours was worse. Y'all, I quit. I just quit. I quit that job because no. But on the bright side, I do have a new job. I didn't just like flat out quit, like with no new job on hand. I did have a job on hand. So I went ahead and quit that one. I have a new job and I'm going to make another video about that. But I can already tell it's going to be so great because I worked at this job before and I loved it. And the only reason I quit was ironically to go work at Amazon. So, yeah, I'm excited for this journey. I think my goal, how much time is that? 2 minutes? I think my goal right now is to besides working on music and dropping this EP and making more of these videos, my goal right now is to just honestly get my money back up, work as many hours at this job that I can, get a second job because that's the world we live in. I'm gonna have to get a second job. Hopefully Publix call me back, y'all. Fingers crossed with me. But yeah, so those are my goals right now. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and wrap it up because these 2 minutes about to end, which means I recorded 40 minutes of footage. So yeah, anything I missed in this video, I'll just make a new one. So with that being said, y'all, I'm not in an existential crisis. I'm just having a life reset. I'm having my down days. I'm having things I could be sad, upset about. But honestly, that's not going to help. I still allow myself to get sad and upset, but I do that so I can just bounce back into being content and therefore happy from that. So, yeah, things are kind of not where I want them to be at, but as long as I'm putting in the work to make things better, that's the best I can do. And send me some love, you guys. Send me some positive affirmations and keep me in your hopes and your prayers and your manifestations. Um, I already have ideas for new videos, so I'll be making those soon. It is now 2:52 a.m. I'm about to go to sleep, edit this in the morning. I love y'all. Thank you for watching my channel. If you're new here, subscribe, like, and comment. Leave some positivity in the comment section. And yeah, see y'all next time. Peace.